What is the status of the groundwater resources along the border between Mexico and the United States?
I would say it's close to unknown. Um, we don't know much what's going on in terms of groundwater in the border. We only have 4 priority aquifers, according to the Transboundary Aquifer Assessment Program, that have been received some funding to do some initial assessments. That's basically it. The San Pedro, Santa Cruz in Arizona, and the Hueco and Mesilla in Texas and New Mexico. That's about it. So far, according to our research, we have been able to identify at least 72 hydrological units crossing the border between US and Mexico that have not received any type of attention.
So what you're saying is that only 4 out of 72, they are...
According to our most recent research, that's the number. That's the number. So in Texas, I mean, it's close to 36, and we have published that, and that has been recognized by the state of Texas. The legislature has approved a white paper on that. So there is recognition of the work. There is recognition on the need. What we don't have is the priority. So what we're trying to do is try to set this stage of the science on transboundary aquifers to give it some priority at the binational level, a binational agenda. But because we don't have that much information, so it's like a vicious cycle. You don't have enough information, then you don't put money into it. You don't put priority into it. But if you don't put priority and money into it, there's no way we can know what's going on. So we know that groundwater in the border is strategically very important. Those are the new sources of water, given the current conditions on surface water of Rio Grande and Colorado, which we don't have more. We won't be able to supply the next future generations of the 20 years, of the following 20 years. So it has to come from groundwater. So
we have
that's
now
what we're...
new users. I mean, you were mentioning also in some of your interviews fracking, and then population growth. The economic activity in the border is very vibrant. So we have all those new users.
New users, new uses, and where's the water going to come from? It has to come from groundwater. We won't be able to do as much as we could on surface water. We could invest in conservation, treatment, which we are doing in terms of surface water, but the rate of population growth and the challenges of climate change in the region are not, very favorable. And we need groundwater resources, and we need attention to those, because those are the sources of water that are going to be able to take us float.
And as a friendly reminder, I mean, the natural border, the natural frontier between Mexico and the States are the deserts. So all of that, if you look at the border region, Chihuahua and Sonora and Mojave Desert, you name it, but they are all lined up there. And yeah, the groundwater is the savings account, is the lifeblood when surface water run out. And as we have seen, droughts in all these regions are very frequent.